Hey and welcome to my channel. I wanted to do a 2-week postpartum and baby update for you guys. It's been exactly 2 weeks since I've had my little boy Bryce, which he is sleeping out in the living room with my husband's out there with him right now. And I just wanted to film this really quick. So since Bryce is sleeping, I probably won't wake him up, but I will definitely show you guys a clip of him at the end of this video, and I'll also be showing my belly, which is kind of scary to think about, but I want to be raw, real, and honest on my channel and also have this to look back on, because I know postpartum body is it's really hard as a woman because you no longer have a baby growing inside of you and you're still like jiggly and smushy and stretch marks look kind of weird and stuff, but it's just part of it. And also I have no fear that I will be confident in my body and get my body back because of the workouts that I will be doing and the meal plan I will be following when I do want to have that weight loss goal. So to get into the update, so we'll start with about me first. So me 2 weeks postpartum, things I wanted to talk about was, number one, I did not know about the swelling that was going to happen postpartum. I had crazy swelling, especially the first 5 days. My feet were super swollen, and I had heard that that was going to happen with pregnancy, and it never really did. I got a little bit swollen, but not a whole lot. My fingers got swollen. My feet, you guys, were so swollen that I was walking and literally felt like there was a pocket of water on the top of my foot. And it was just huge and swollen. It didn't hurt or anything. It was just really weird. My face is finally starting to go down, but even last week I noticed that my face was still really puffy, and hormones have been pretty crazy. I thankfully have had happy hormones. There was one night where I was sitting, holding Bryce and feeding him, and I just was bawling, and my husband came around the corner and was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I'm just so happy he's here. I can't imagine like if we would have lost him at 21 weeks when we got our news about incompetent cervix." And I was just like bawling, but I was so happy. And my hormones have been crazy, but they've been really happy. And I do think that is from the high quality fish oil that I take, and mine's technically krill oil by Twin Labs. And if you haven't researched, like, fish oil or omega-3s, omega-6s are very good for hormones. And even ladies, when you have your period, if you consistently take a fish oil for a month and then you have your next cycle, you will notice a huge difference, because that, like, those omegas are so good for hormones. Anyways, happy hormones, swollen hands and feet. When I came home from the hospital, I was hungry all the time. Constantly felt like I had to eat, and that was because I was starting to get my milk in, and I was just like hungry all the time. And our freezer meals have been very handy to have on hand. I just went on Pinterest and searched some freezer meals, made some, I think I made those 2 days before Bryce was born, and I'm so glad that I did. They're not necessarily healthy freezer meals, but they're just something that's been working for us, because when you're starving, you're just like, give me all the food. And we are exclusively pumping. That is going well for us. When Bryce went to the NICU, they got me started on pumping, and as you guys know, have known from maybe my other videos, I was prepped by my doctor that a cerclage really lasts for 40 to 50 days, which would have put me at 32 weeks. So I kind of in my head had exclusively pumping as the route that I wanted to go. I really want Bryce to get my breast milk, especially through the cold and flu season. And then we were supplementing with formula. Now I know that doesn't work for everybody. The opinions or research that you have or you want for your child may be different, but it's working very well for us because my husband is very hands-on. He loves feeding Bryce. He loves holding Bryce as he's eating a bottle, and pumping has been going well. I do think because my husband has not gone back to work yet, and he'll be going back to work to train somebody in, and then he'll be home with us. So I know pumping it has to be hard, especially if you have like a toddler or you don't have somebody at home to be helping you out all the time, but it is really working for us. And also I don't mind Bryce having a couple, at this point at 2 weeks, he's really only getting 1 bottle of formula a day. And that's usually because like if he wakes up and he has eaten and I haven't pumped yet, then he gets a formula bottle. But I can definitely tell he prefers the breast milk way more than the formula. So I eventually do want him to be just all breast milk, but I know some people have the opinion that formula is like poison for your kid, and I do not think that at all. I have no problem giving him a little bit of formula. Our pediatrician, we had a meeting with her, or appointment with her today, and she said that that was perfectly fine, and she was becoming really happy on how things are going with pumping. I love my Spectra. If you want to pump, I'll probably do a video all on pumping if you guys would like to see that. I love my Spectra S1, I believe I have. It's amazing. It has a battery. It's very comfortable. The Medela that I was using in the hospital was terrible. So I started to tell this story and got sidetracked, mommy brain. When Bryce was born, he had to go to the NICU, and at that point they didn't know for his breathing if he was going to be there for just a couple hours, just for the day, for a night, or if he was going to be staying there for a while. So the lactation consultant had me hook up to a pump, you know, right kind of after he was born, and that pump was not as comfortable as the one that I have, and pumping's been going really well for us. I'm very happy with that. And then for Bryce's 2-week update is Bryce's first week of life, he like slept through it all. He didn't even really wake up and cry. He would just wake up and grunt, and that's when I knew he was hungry. He didn't, you know, it wasn't until this week that he let out wailing cries, and I woke up to one time and I was like, oh my gosh, he's actually crying, not just like grunting. And he sleeps in a bassinet flat on his back next to our bed. He does like the rock and play. He likes his swing. He likes to be held. He likes to lay flat on his back and kick around on the ground. He really likes to do everything. He's a very content little boy, and throughout my pregnancy, that's the word that I always used for him, was content. I prayed for a content, joy-spirited or joy-filled spirit child, and that's exactly what he is. He likes everything. He's very content. He loves being swaddled. We love the Swaddle Me pods where it just velcros him in, and he loves that. He loves being swaddled. Even today at the doctor, he was kind of like fussing for her, and she's like, oh, I bet you're cold, and she swaddled him, and he was like instantly turned off he stopped crying. He loves being swaddled. He's waking up about 3 times a night, and I really don't feel like it's that bad because I do have my husband's help. My husband is a night owl. I'm an early bird. So my husband feeds Bryce and is helping out. Well, my husband helps out all the time, to be honest, but he really is a rock star at night when I'm starting to get tired around 9. So I pump at 9, I pump at midnight, and then Bryce is my alarm clock after midnight. So my husband comes to bed at about midnight, and usually Bryce is fed and changed, and then Bryce doesn't wake up until like 3, and then he'll maybe wake up at like 5 or 6, and then since I'm a morning person, I feed Bryce and then I pump, and then I kind of have been getting started with my day and getting some work done, and while Bryce will fall back asleep after he has his morning feeding, I would love for him to sleep in until more like 6 or 7, but we'll be getting on a routine eventually, hopefully. And he's been doing really good. I'm just looking at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. He wakes up, you know, every 2 to 3 hours to eat, but it's really not that bad. My husband lets me nap when I need to, and you know, like, it's been going really, really good. Our transition to parenthood has been really good. We, you know, we really are thankful for a content little guy. And the last thing about Bryce is he is a grunter. Like, he grunts when he sleeps, he grunts when he's pooping, he grunts all the time. And the pediatrician said that's completely normal, and it's just kind of funny how he'll like grunt, let out a grunt, and then he'll burp, or he'll let out a grunt and he'll fart or poop or something. But we're really, really thankful for him. We have just adjusted to parent life really well, and I hope that it just continues to go like this. I think the struggle that, you know, we went through with pregnancy just made us appreciate him more than I ever can imagine, and I'm so grateful for you guys and your prayers, and know that when you comment on my videos, I read them, and I do think a lot, like, I'm thinking of a lot of you guys who are struggling with pregnancy or incompetent cervix or trying to conceive or anything like that. I know it can be a hard, long road, but when that baby comes, it's like, it's so amazing. I mean, we had an amazing labor and delivery, which I filmed that video. If you haven't watched that, check it out. And now I'm going to show you guys my belly, because I promised to do that, and I was almost gonna say goodbye and skip it, but I'm going to show you guys my belly. I did get stretch marks. I ate healthy. I applied coconut oil and shea butter and all kinds of creams multiple times a day, and still got stretch marks. I stayed very hydrated through my pregnancy. It must have been just genetic for me, and I have a very short torso. So really the only way he went, I mean, you guys saw me through my pregnancy, it was just, he was out in front of me. There wasn't a lot of space between my hip and my rib cage. So I'm gonna show you guys my belly, and I'm so nervous to do this. This is one of those tops I got from Forever 21 that was in like my mommy haul. And here is my belly from the front. This redness is kind of from sitting, where it's the shadow. So here's my belly from the front. I've just got stretch marks throughout here. They were really red when I came home from the hospital, but now they're starting to not be so red. And then my belly from the side. So you can see that I've still got a little pooch, but I'm confident that that'll all go away when I can start like working out, eating clean, and well, I've been cleaning up my eating. I guess I never really ate that bad to begin with, but now my thing is like, I'm now a mom to a son, and yeah, I'm gonna miss like wearing skimpy little bikinis when it's just like my husband and I on a vacation. But my husband loves, like, my husband doesn't care about my stretch marks. But like going to the lake and doing family things and stuff, like, I will probably just start buying like cute tank top style swimming suits and stuff, because I'm a mom of a boy. I wanna be the mom that's active, that's running around with my son, bending down, picking him up, throwing him in the air, playing in the water, or whatever we're doing. And I want to feel confident about that. And I mean, I have a friend who is super fit. You can tell in her arms and her legs that she's super fit. She's amazing, and she's a mom of 2 boys. She's always wearing a tank top swimming suit. So not that you can't be sexy as a mom, but that's not what I'm going to be wearing when I'm playing with my son at the lake and swimming pools and stuff like that, if that makes sense. So I do look at pictures from like Time Hop and I see like my old abs and I'm like, oh my god, like I used to think my abs weren't anything special. And I'm like, I would die to have that body back. That's a terrible thing to say, but I would love to have those abs back because I've got, you know, loose skin now and stretch marks, but Bryce was worth it, every stretch mark, and I don't care. Like, I will still have a strong, fit, confident body with stretch marks on it, and it's fine, and it's a part of it. So I remember just before pregnancy, I was so nervous and scared of stretch marks, and now I'm just like, whatever, I made a human. Like, I'm awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a long video because I was delaying showing you my belly. If you like sit down videos like this, please give this a thumbs up if you want to see more Bryce updates, postpartum updates. With seeing how long this video is, I'll probably separate the next one, and at Bryce's 1 month, I'll do a 1 month for me and a 1 month for him. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.